This article is about a proposed trade between the Golden State Warriors and New Orleans Pelicans involving Jonathan Kuminga. Key points. Warriors enter 2025-26 as Western Conference contenders with Curry, Butler, and Green trio. They struggled in the first half of last season, but improved after acquiring Butler from Miami Heat at trade deadline. After getting Butler, Warriors had great second half and beat Houston Rockets in first round before losing to Minnesota Timberwolves in second round due to Curry injury. Warriors made off-season additions, re-signed Kuminga to a 2-year deal, added Al Horford to Anthony Melton, Seth Curry, Gary Payton II. Main storyline is Kuminga's uncertain future despite new contract. His role in Steve Kerr's rotation is unclear. Warriors likely to try trading Kuminga before deadline for better fit. Proposed trade. Warriors send Kuminga, Moses Moody, and draft capital to Pelicans for Trey Murphy III and Kevin Looney. Murphy III had career year. 21.2 points, 5.1 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.1 steals per game, shooting 45.4% FG and 36.1% from three. Murphy III is one of the best young three, and D-Wings in NBA would help Warriors' starting lineup. Looney would reunite with Warriors after leaving for Pelicans this offseason, helped strengthen frontcourt. Looney played 10 seasons with Warriors, helped win 3 championships. This trade would add rising star Murphy III and key frontcourt piece Looney, potentially making Warriors title favorites. I need to create an engaging YouTube script following the established format with emotional hook, engaging language, proper structure, all in English. Could the Golden State Warriors be about to pull off the perfect trade that transforms them from playoff contender into immediate championship favorite? Imagine the scenario. You trade away your most enigmatic young talent for a rising star who perfectly fits your system, while simultaneously bringing back a beloved championship veteran who knows exactly how to contribute to winning basketball. Sometimes the most impactful moves aren't about acquiring the biggest names. They're about finding the perfect puzzle pieces that complete your championship picture, and this proposed trade might represent exactly that type of strategic brilliance. Warriors faithful, we need to examine what could be one of the most perfectly constructed trade scenarios in recent memory, because this proposed deal between Golden State and the New Orleans Pelicans would address multiple roster needs, while positioning the Warriors as legitimate title favorites for the upcoming season. This isn't just about moving Jonathan Kuminga. This is about acquiring Trey Murphy III, a rising star who could be the missing link in their championship equation. Let's dive deep into why this trade makes tremendous basketball sense for both organizations, starting with Golden State's current situation and championship aspirations. The Warriors enter the 2025-26 season as legitimate Western Conference contenders, thanks to their dynamic trio of Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green, but they're still searching for the perfect complementary pieces to maximize that core's potential. Their trajectory completely changed after acquiring Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat at last season's trade deadline. Before that move, the Warriors struggled to the first half of the season, looking like a team caught between competing now and developing for the future. But Butler's arrival transformed everything, providing the two-way excellence and playoff experience that elevated their ceiling significantly. The second half surge that followed Butler's acquisition was nothing short of spectacular. Golden State played championship-level basketball, defeating the Houston Rockets in the first round of the playoffs before falling to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the second round, largely due to Stephen Curry's untimely injury that derailed their momentum at the worst possible time. This offseason, the Warriors made calculated moves to strengthen their supporting cast around their star trio. They ended their contract dispute with Jonathan Kuminga by signing him to a 2-year deal, then added veteran contributors like Al Horford, Anthony Melton, Seth Curry, and Gary Payton II to provide championship-level depth and experience. However, the main storyline entering this season remains Kuminga's uncertain role within Steve Kerr's system. Despite signing the new contract, his fit alongside the established core remains questionable, particularly in playoff situations where rotations tighten and every possession becomes crucial. This uncertainty creates the perfect opportunity for a strategic upgrade. Enter this proposed trade scenario. The Warriors would send Kuminga, Moses Moody, and draft capital to the New Orleans Pelicans in exchange for Trey Murphy III and Kevin Looney. At first glance, This might seem like giving up significant assets, but the basketball logic behind this move is absolutely compelling. Trey Murphy III represents exactly the type of player that championship teams covet. A versatile wing who can contribute on both ends of the floor while fitting seamlessly into existing systems. At 25 years old, Murphy is entering his prime and coming off his best professional season, averaging 21.2 points, 5.1 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1.1 steals per game, while shooting 45.4% from the field and 36.1% from three-point range. Those numbers only tell part of Murphy's story. He's developed into one of the NBA's premier young 3 and D wings, providing exactly the type of two-way versatility that Steve Kerr's system thrives on. His ability to stretch the floor with reliable three-point shooting would create additional spacing for Curry and Butler, while his defensive capabilities will allow Golden State to switch assignments and maintain their aggressive defensive scheme. The basketball fit becomes even more compelling when you consider how Murphy's skill set would complement the Warriors' existing core. His catch-and-shoot ability would benefit tremendously from playing alongside elite playmakers like Curry and Butler, while his defensive versatility would help address some of the matchup issues that plagued Golden State in previous playoff runs. From a development standpoint, Murphy represents the perfect balance between current production and future potential. At 25, he's young enough to continue improving while mature enough to contribute immediately in high-pressure situations. That timeline aligns perfectly with Golden State's championship window and organizational goals. The reunion with Kevin Looney adds another fascinating dimension to this potential trade. Looney spent 10 seasons with the Warriors, helping them win 3 championships and establishing himself as one of the most reliable and intelligent big men in the league. His departure to New Orleans this past offseason left a noticeable void in Golden State's front court rotation. Bringing Looney back would provide immediate familiarity and championship experience in their front court rotation. His understanding of the Warriors system, combined with his proven ability to contribute in crucial playoff moments, would strengthen their depth and provide tactical flexibility that could prove invaluable during championship runs. Looney's basketball IQ and professional approach also make him the perfect veteran presence for a team trying to balance championship aspirations with roster chemistry. His willingness to accept whatever role maximizes team success exemplifies the type of selfless approach that championship teams require. The financial implications of this trade work well for both organizations. Murphy's 4-year, $112 million contract provides multiple seasons of team control at what appears to be excellent value, given production level and continued development trajectory. For a team like Golden State that's committed to paying luxury tax for championship talent, Murphy's contract represents exactly the type of calculated investment that should provide strong returns. From New Orleans' perspective, acquiring Kuminga and Moody would add young talent with significant upside to a roster that's clearly in transition. Both players have shown flashes of elite potential and could flourish in different roles and systems than what they experienced in Golden State's veteran-heavy environment. The draft capital included in the trade would give the Pelicans additional assets for future roster construction, whether through draft selections or by using those picks in subsequent trades. For a franchise that appears to be evaluating its long-term direction, acquiring multiple young players and draft resources makes tremendous organizational sense. The competitive landscape in the Western Conference makes this type of upgrade move even more crucial for Golden State. Teams like Denver, Phoenix, and Oklahoma City continue strengthening their rosters, forcing the Warriors to match that level of aggression or risk falling behind in the championship race. The timing of this potential trade aligns perfectly with Golden State's championship window. With Curry still performing at an elite level and Butler providing two-way excellence, adding a player like Murphy could provide the final piece needed for another title run. Championship windows don't stay open forever, and maximizing this core's remaining peak years should be the organization's primary focus. The psychological impact of adding Murphy while bringing back Looney could also benefit team chemistry and confidence. Murphy's youth and athleticism would inject energy into the rotation, while Looney's return would provide emotional validation that the organization values championship contributors and winning culture. The playoff implications become particularly intriguing when you consider how Murphy's skill set translates to postseason basketball. His ability to create his own shot, defend multiple positions, and contribute without requiring extensive offensive touches makes him ideal for playoff rotations where roles become more defined and specialized. The development potential for Murphy in Golden State's system is also exciting to consider. Playing alongside elite teammates and within a championship-proven organizational structure could accelerate his growth in ways that benefit both his individual career and the team's collective success. What do you think, Warriors Nation? Would this trade be the perfect combination of adding immediate impact talent while bringing back a championship-proven veteran? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and smash that like button if you believe sometimes the best trades are the ones that perfectly balance present needs with future flexibility. The NBA trade season is approaching fast, and moves like this could completely reshape the championship landscape in the Western Conference.